Welcome to my first deep dev dive of my Fallout 4 mod, the K-1337. I plan this little series on my YouTube channel as this mod further progresses and I will add expansions to it. It's my first stepstone into the world of modding Fallout 4, which received already a very positive feedback thus far before even released. But before it will, let's actually hop on board for the deep dev, I will get used to it eventually. In today's episode, I want to cover the whole idea that led to the K-1337 in the first place, before we will talk about that mod in detail in a future episode, because how it all came up is already quite the story. See, playing Bethesda games without getting up encumbered is nearly impossible. And it bothered me how far I have to walk to get to the next settlement. I firstly have to help them as well in order to be able to load my stuff off, just so that it won't be shared between my settlements until I establish a trading route I cannot establish until I level to a certain amount. And yes, I do get the aspect of this feature being then practically endgame content where I have to grind for hours and hours on end, but it wasn't quite the experience that I wanted to have until I discovered Homeplate in Diamond City. An interior settlement where I can load off all my stuff without any annoying settlers whining my ears off about how unhappy they are that the floors aren't waxed with premium gold-plated soap yet. The hype, however, was rather short-lasted due to the fact that we couldn't build everything in there and neither could we establish trading routes to share the resources, which made it pretty much...
Do you have an explanation for this disappointment?
This is why I entirely switched over to player home mods from Nexus, like those from this massively congruent nerd Eleonora. As an officially retired modder from other games at the time, I started wondering, how is Bethesda doing these interiors? Because it seemed to me that you go through a door and then load into an own level, that the door merely acts as a teleporter.
Sweet little Clara works at the Rose and Crown. Ideas about their station. Well, for your information, I'm not sweet on the inside, and I'm certainly not...
Which is brilliant as it saves tons of resources from the player's PC in the designated area, and also interior designers don't have to work with cramped space, but can make the inside technically bigger than the outside, like a supermassive black hole, or your mom. The real spark was ignited, however, with the World Workshop DLC. As a world idea, it has a supermassive interior that has several teleporters above ground. Because that would mean, if that thing works, we could also make multiple exterior locations leading into the same interior cell where the workshop is at, like a truck, a vertibird, or Uncut Open Town. But this of course comes with a little problem. Space.
The final frontier.
Because what I need in there are all my workbenches, and depending on whatever other mods I wanted to install, a workshop where I can build those workbenches of other mods. That's more stuff than you can fit into the butt of former President Don. Sure, I could build a TARDIS that then has everything else on the inside, little wink at Ellie, but I wanted to do something that fits more into the world immersively and feels logical. When I was around 6 years old, we once visited the interior of a submarine in a museum, and it caught me instantly. I started reading Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I watched submarine movies all day long, I built them out of Lego bricks. A sudden obsession has formed in my life since then. But maybe because submarines are phallos-shaped and I obviously possess a teeny weeny... I mean, come on, I was a child, of course it would be small. And so I thought at first about a Yangtze player home, because the Yangtze is already there. It's a submarine, and I could easily duplicate it to several locations. Well, actually I cannot, because it has a quest that makes it disappear at the very end, and also it has the most fit among them all in Fallout 4. Yes, the essence of a nemesis for Fallout modders. And hence I ended up in a conflict. Building a Yangtze player home and finding a mod that would prevent the sub from disappearing when the quest is done. That would mean, though, would always need an additional mod, where I never know what the mod author might do with it in the very end, when I also could do it myself as option number 2. But I know nothing about scripting at all. But then I looked at the Yangtze. Both exterior and interior. Well, let's say it's sci-fi, yes, but it never really even felt as if I was actually on a submarine. It just felt like another factory that I'm traversing in Fallout. So what if I just built my own submarine? Because that would teach me a lot of valuable lessons about Fallout modding in all areas. From texturing, to building, to scripting, implementing new items. And I could just always build whatever I want in this game I'm so obsessed with. Yes, it sounds very massive, that's what she said. But I would learn a lot from it too, as I can take my time as much as I want.
Hello, Vanya. This is Green Foxel. Veta and myself are hosting a modding advent calendar called Merry Modding Days. Maybe, just maybe, you would like to contribute to a mod. Allez, c'est parti!
It was mid of November already, and I haven't even started yet, but, well, challenge is my second first name.
But I thought that was the panel beach.
Anyway, so I sat down and did my best to build fast but steady a submarine on my own with the nautical kit from the Yangtze. But then, if we look at the Yangtze,
All of this just works.
and so I started working from when I woke up to when I went to bed, day after day after day, to a degree where people were worried about my well-being, but that is something for the next episode. Thank you for watching.